Well, when it comes to taking action for your health, it has been suggested that women start getting yearly gynecological exams at the age of about 21. But as we age, it's important that you take that a step further. Dr. Burt Webb with Scottsdale Center for Women's Health is here along with Charlotte Johnson. Charlotte is the first person you might see before going into the doctor's office. She does the ultrasounds. And first of all, it's good to have you both here. So Dr. Webb, at what point do you suggest women get an ultrasound before an exam? At what age?
There's a number of young women that might have problems and they're afraid to come in because they don't want an exam.
Okay.
Well, we can do an ultrasound very easily and get even more information.
Okay.
Sometime around 21 is a good time. I think the exam is a great time to exchange information about health, and not just a pap smear, not just a breast exam. So I think that's should be lower down on the list. It's much more important to talk about overall health, how that person is doing, problems they're having, how can we help them.
Okay, so that ultrasound can be very, very important, and it's the first thing that a woman will receive when walking into the office. So Charlotte, kind of walk women through the process. If they've never had an ultrasound like this before, what can we expect?
It's very easy, very simple. I just have them empty their bladder, and then I insert a vaginal probe into the vagina when appropriate.
Okay. So it's not always an internal ultrasound?
No, sometimes it's on the abdomen, depending on the age and the circumstance.
Oh, okay, I see. And so this is kind of important because you can discover some issues that may arise that you wouldn't see otherwise. And you brought along some ultrasounds of women who have had issues and things that you've found. What are we looking at here?
Yes. This is we're looking to see if the IUD is in place in this lady, and we can see the reflection of the IUD there.
And so is it in its proper place?
It's in the right place.
It's in the right place. Okay, let's look at another one. And these are just, again, some of the images that, what are we looking at here?
So we see a lot of women that have bleeding problems that are told they need a hysterectomy or it's just ignored. With Charlotte and the special technique that we do, we can see polyps here in the uterine cavity.
Wow.
And those are probably the source of bleeding. They can be removed very easily. No pain, no downtime.
And you found that simply in an ultrasound,
yes,
though?
Very easy.
Let's take a look at the next one. And what are we looking at here?
This is a fibroid inside the uterus. This is the space there, and that fibroid's growing in there. This can also be removed very easily. So we discover what might need a hysterectomy. In this case, most people would do a hysterectomy. We can remove this very easily with an outpatient procedure.
Okay.
So the ultrasound tells me that before we go there.
Right, which is so critically important. And this last one here, this blows my mind. That's a cyst. That's huge.
It is huge. And with Charlotte's technique, she can tell that this is a benign cyst, that it's not cancerous.
Okay.
And so we can talk with the patient depending on whether she's having pain, whether we should drain the cyst, we don't have to remove it, or whether we can just follow it.
And Charlotte, typically how long does the ultrasound take?
Oh, from the moment you enter my room till you leave, 10 to 15 minutes.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. And it's virtually painless.
Yes.
So we're not feeling anything. But you can give then Dr. Webb so much information even before he comes in.
Yes, it gives him a lot of information.
All right. Does everybody do this, or is this something unique to your office?
This is very unique to our practice, and I think it's very important because with the ultrasound, you can see so much more than we can with the exam.
Yeah.
The other key thing is Charlotte is one of the few people in the Southwest that does just GYN ultrasounds. You go somewhere else and they do all different kinds of ultrasounds.
Right.
But Charlotte does just GYN, so she's really good.
Really good. And for how long, Charlotte, have you been doing it? Share.
25 years.
25 years. All right. Wow, really good information. Thank you for sharing that, and thank you for sharing those images with us. If you would like to know more information, you can find Dr. Webb and Charlotte, by the way, at Scottsdale Center for Women's Health. They're located at 8415 North Pima Road, Suite 210 in Scottsdale. 480-425-8700 if you have more questions, and learn more on the website scottsdalewomenshealth.com.